I make my thumbnails since someone asked me. First thing I do is I start with creating a new file. As you see here, it is 640 pixels wide by 400 pixels high. New file. I expand the window where I can see my white background in this area here. I fill it with black because black is a good color to use for me for some reason. It could be just because everybody is using these super bright colors these days, and I just don't want to do that. Next I go through and pick a good background image. The typical one I seem to be going with here lately is the moon. Come in here and get a color. Purple is good. I like purple. Switch over to my paintbrush tool. That is way too small for a planet. That is way too big to fit on the screen. Way too small. The most tricky thing about this is getting everything just the right size. That is too much. That is too much. That is just right. Except for the fact that I forgot to create a new layer. If you do not create a new layer, then you will be making sure that your background is also see-through, and you do not want that. Didn't align it the way I wanted it to align. There we go. Now you can turn down the opacity on this. I get all of my brushes free online because people upload brushes and they say, here, have a brush. And that's what I do. Setting my color for my text. As you can see, I have text selected. This color, and for some reason I just like to go with this font. I type in my channel moniker. Increase the font size. With the alignment here. And go again and set the opacity. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that word right, to be honest. If I'm not, don't bother correcting me. I'm in my happy place. Okay, start a new layer. Because I'm weird. I like to add some sort of sparkly something to my text. Maybe it's just a girl thing, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go with... No, I don't want to go with bigger sparklies. They look like headlights. Why would I want to put headlights on my text? I want to put sparklies. I want it to sparkle. That's not sparkly enough. Still too big. Like I said, getting the sizes right on this stuff is the biggest problem I worry about. And of course I want that to be not quite so noticeable. I don't want them to create too much attention. That's what happens with a lot of people whenever they decorate text. They seem to give it too much attention. Yes, computer, thank you for letting me know. I honestly cannot care less. My computer does this to me sometimes. Anyway. No. And my text is too big for this. I like stacking my text. I don't know why. Also, make sure it's set to centered. It just looks better, unless you want to put it off to the side or something. Everyone has their own way of doing things. And of course, play with the opacity again. If you get it too thin, you can't see it. If you get it too thick, it's too bright. So somewhere here in the middle, where it is obviously noticeable, is usually the best way to do that. This needs to move up more. This needs to move down more. Not over, down, there. And it's pretty much done. All I have to do is File, Save As. If I do not save it as any particular file, it will save as a Gimp file. So what I like to do is save everything as a PNG. It's good quality resolution for a photo, and it's not a Gimp file, so you can actually work with it. Merge visible layers, yes. You don't want to flatten your image, it will actually look flat to me. That's just me. Then all this stuff, I never bother with it. Defaults are fine. Save. And there's your thumbnail. I will put this on the video so you can see it, and I hope that I helped you out. Have a good night.